The thing is, most of us think we're attractive to people out there. Hopefully you think that. Like, we are attractive for the average Joe, right? But just not for that person that's hit the genetic jackpot. And if you think that, then you haven't emotionally integrated it into your self-concept yet. You are placing too much emphasis on beauty, on physical appearance in general. You have aestheticized desire, but you haven't embodied it. You might even be used to receiving attention, right? But when you look and you find something you want, you feel that gap. It's because you also think desire flows downwards. You feel confident when you're the one that's being wanted. But when you're doing the wanting, you think, oh fuck, this is new territory. And then you make someone else hyper attractive, and then your inner power wavers. That just basically tells me that you are outsourcing your sexual worth to external aesthetics. Why are you doing that? Stop treating people's looks as being rare. Stop treating them as being elite. Stop treating them as having too much value or being too valuable. Because in those moments when you're making that judgment, you are devaluing your own beauty. Being present in your body when you see someone attractive or when you're attracted to someone, holding on to that is far more attractive than this. Stop aesthetic worshipping. You are your unique own individual with taste. I know it's really difficult, especially because we live in a day and age where aesthetics sell. Like, everything is quite literally aestheticized. It's extremely difficult to sever yourself from this social religion. But if it's making you self-shrink and feel you're not good enough, you are allowed to check out. You know that. Like, you can actually check out, because the moment you check out, you are basically signaling a big fuck you to not being a conformist. Like, you don't have to care. You could be charismatic. You can be extremely emotionally intelligent. You can have a lot of depth. You can have a lot of compassion. You can be super funny. What the fuck are you going to do with someone's looks? And why are you putting yourself down and forgetting all of your strengths? It's like all of your strengths go out the window. Why are you doing that? Think about how much you have been through your life. Think about all the experiences you've had in your life, good and bad. Why are you dimming all of that? Why are you minimizing all of that? I've heard this way too often, especially from my male friends in the past. And I've heard it from my girlfriends too in the past. I've done this too, right? It's like, you're either fit or you're ugly. This is like, there's no in between. This tells me that you are not a secure person, because to go from fucking here to here, like, this is not confidence then. This is a facade. Your biggest fear is not that you're seen. Your biggest fear is, if I am seen and I'm still ignored, oh my God, that means I'm not enough. You literally have to flip the frame where you become the selector. If you see a man or a woman, okay, and they're 10 out of 10, mentally say to yourself, okay, he's attractive, but has he got my depth though? Is he charismatic though? Is he emotionally stable? Is he emotionally intelligent? Is she caring? Is she funny? Flip the dynamic. Since you are so willing to emotionally invest in a complete stranger, why don't you flip the frame? This gives you an opportunity to stop seeking validation in that experience and instead start assessing compatibility. Compatibility, being in that realm, matters more than seeking validation, because then it no longer even becomes about looks. What relationship is based on looks alone, brother? The reason your confidence wavers around attractive people is because you lose all presence in your body. So deliberately practice being present in your body. You're not beneath beauty. You are its counterpart. So start behaving like it. Start walking like the desire already belongs to you. How would you actually be walking? Let's say if you received 5 compliments from obscenely attractive men or women. Wouldn't there be a pep in your step? I'm sure there would be. So why don't you tell yourself that? Wear something that intimidates you. Walk like a man or a woman is already in love with you across the room. Let the world adjust to your energy and not the other way round. And if you get discouraged again, don't spiral. Ask yourself, what would the version of me do right now who is temporarily feeling this way? Then fucking do it. Stop selectively identifying with rejection. Why do you not identify with rejection willingly? Are you mad? If you are not getting attention from the person you want, you are too attached to external events. That's a signal that you haven't stabilized your internal reference point in how you see yourself. When you're in this phase of shape-shifting or changing your beliefs about yourself, I don't care whatever beliefs, this could be extrapolated into other areas of your life. You have to realize transformation is not sometimes instant, okay? It is compounded boldness. Stop adjusting for external events to change. Start adjusting for your state of being to change. You have to ask yourself, am I moving like I'm out of their league? Literally, flip it. If the inner script is one of, I'm attractive but just not to the right people, choose a new archetype right now, there and then. This is not about you proving to other people. This is about proving to yourself. This is about self-conviction. This is actually almost nothing to do with the other person. This is self-investment. I know men like to not believe in affirmations typically because it's not the manly thing to do. This is coming from someone who had a very stern psychotherapist at one point in their life who was a male, right? He used to tell me to do affirmations and I was very much similar. I used to think, nah, I ain't doing that. Look at yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself, you don't need to chase me. You just need to show me that you're worth my attention. I'm not promoting chasing here. You are being selective in who gets your attention. And that predominantly includes your energy investment.